India's presidency at the G20 has been very timely, and I think the stars have aligned with India. India's focus on humanity is second to none. Why do I say that? As India grew at every stage of development, India was able to take the global south along. Long before this was a concept. Long before we realized that we would have ended up at a place in our evolution where we would have to focus on the global south. India is taking us on board. That is very important. India is saying to the world, look where we've come from. Look at the challenges that we've gone through. Colonization and all. And India is saying to the rest of the world, we're going to take on, not a burden, we're going to take on that responsibility of investing in humanity. And that is what is important. India is investing in humanity. When India is successful, they give you the tools also to be successful. They don't tell you we can sell you the materials. They train you, they equip you, because they know the society and the world will be a better place if we all are able to advance.
Look now where India has gone. But India has not forgotten the other countries. This is not a country saying, bye-bye now, I am going to the decision-making table. India is bringing the global south together at the decision-making table. And this is illustrated by the participation of a country like Mauritius at the table of G20 throughout the year 2023. The voice of SIDS now is heard at the table of G20, thanks to the invitation of India, a brotherly hand extended to a country like Mauritius. This is an example of South-South cooperation. We look forward to enhanced cooperation. Thank you, India. Jai Hind and Jai Mauritius.
India's legacy of contributions serves as a guiding light, encompassing endeavors such as championing democracy, promoting women-led development, and being among the pioneers in adopting the UN's global goals. Today's event echoes the messages of the G20. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family and we must support each other. India is setting an example for many UN member states from the global south. Indeed, India's recent lunar mission, landing on the moon's south pole, showcases the power of science and technology and what can be achieved when all countries have access to them. Undoubtedly, these foster inclusive and sustainable development, benefiting the entire global south. And I commend India's pioneering role in its endeavors.
My heartfelt congratulations to India for the remarkable success of the G20 summit held recently in New Delhi. This summit marked a significant milestone with the admission of the African Union as its newest member, ensuring the representation of all 55 African countries within the G20, which was previously limited to South Africa alone. Undoubtedly, Prime Minister Narendra Modi deserves recognition for championing the inclusion of the African Union in the G20. I would like to acknowledge and commend Prime Minister Modi and Dr. Jaishankar for their adept diplomacy in achieving unanimous consensus on the comprehensive joint declaration on the opening day of the summit, as well as the successful launch of the India, Middle East, Europe corridor. The nation has cultivated robust bilateral ties with numerous countries in the global south and places a significant emphasis on South-South cooperation. His cooperative approach involves collaborations, which was one of the biggest humanitarian initiatives undertaken by India, has provided COVID vaccines to nearly 100 countries around the world.
This opportunity to congratulate Minister Narendra Modi and Dr. Jaishankar and the Government of India on a successful G20 presidency. Hosting the 18th G20 summit against a challenging global political landscape and ensuring its culmination in a consensus declaration was by any means no small feat. India is set to become the second largest global economy in the next 25 years. The world remains persuaded of its resilience and commitment. In this journey, India has also established itself as the voice of the global South, bringing to the fore challenges faced by developing world. India's presidency was an inclusive one, welcoming the African Union as a permanent member of the G20 and making the group more representative, amplifying the voice of the developing world.
G20 summit in India was more precise, to the point, the way they manage, because particularly this art, we must save this planet. India organizes wonderfully, the art, family and future. India, you see this G20 in India, as I said, it was more pointed, to the point, and that created real, an euphoria to come up with strategies to achieve, the goals. And India became the leader of the global South.
Some examples of development initiatives the India UN Fund has provided development assistance to include funding for knowledge sharing, including those to foster innovation and replicating success, such as demonstration projects that are expanding digital financial inclusion through pro-poor climate insurance schemes, expanding health e-learning, and enabling vulnerable communities to make digital payments for micro-utilities. Fostering economic partnership, the mobilization of new and additional public resources to finance the SDGs. I would like to formally express my government's gratitude and appreciation of this important initiative, the India UN for Global South, delivering for development.